Evening all, welcome back to Factorio. So today we're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to go and do some hunting. So I have my attack dogs with me. They've just blown up this, thanks buddies. But we're going to basically go and hunt the monstrosities and terrors that hound me in my sleep in Gleba. I mean, seriously, like when they made the models to this, they must have been reading H.P. Lovecraft. If you've never read H.P. Lovecraft, go and read something. Don't just read Call of Cthulhu or something like that. Go and read some of the other stuff, like, what is it, Dunwich? I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it in the description. But they're just wonderful examples of horror. And please don't watch the Nick Cage film either, because they're not bad, but they don't really tell you the story. But anyway, so whatever they were on when they made these look at that. Good heavens, that... Oh, hang on, can't see anything now. All right, we'll let the sun come up. Let my attack dogs follow me. This is literally how I hunt. And yes, I know what some of you are saying now. Some of the elite members who watch this drivel I make are now saying, oh, I know what's about to happen. Yeah, you know what's about to happen. Well, it ain't going to happen, brother. It ain't. What I mean is shooting with railguns. If I shoot this railgun with these around me, all of these are toast. And some of them are quite spicily dressed out. So I don't really want to lose 2 legendary Spidertrons again. Yeah, that's right. I've lost them again. I did lose them on Nauvis. I used a railgun in rather unfortunate circumstances. So I just put my dogs there. And let's go and have a quick look at some of the horrors that pollute this weird squelchy world. I mean, my days, look at that. That is the stuff of nightmares. Like, that's when you're like getting out of the shower and you look down and you see something crawling down there. That's what it is. And the horror, it's akin. It really is. I mean, what are those eyes? It just looks like the most like scary nightmare about touching yourself you could ever imagine. Or the sort of weird knuckle plates and horns. Or is that just me? Maybe it's just me. But look at this thing. What is that? Look at how many eyes does it need? What world where this evolves? There is no God here. There is no God. Oh my God, look at the size of this big boy. Oh my God, and the eggs are all squelchy and stuff. Ugh, no. Oh gosh, hang on, we're being attacked. I mean, look at the little things. What on earth are they? Are they little ones of these things? We need to expunge them. We need to punish them for not being bipeds. Yes, that's why. That's right. And we need to basically just exterminate them all. Thank goodness for legendary armor. But yeah, pretty gross, right? There is a major problem, I think, with stompers. We just call them stompers. Look, there's one. Oh my gosh, look at the little squelchy thing. Like, oh my gosh, what is that? Anyway. I love this. I love that it gives me the ick. I think that's quite good. That thing there. Look at the little arms. They're like knives. Oh my days. This is like, ugh. Like, I swear to God, like, I'm not squeamish. Like, I remember years ago, my brother bought a flat and like the sink didn't, the U-bend in the sink just didn't drain in the kitchen. And we went in there and basically took it off. And all I can say is they must have cooked and put down the sink an awful lot of chicken and dead things. I won't go any further because you're probably having something to eat. But let's just say the gag reflex is real. And I was like, this is so bad. But once you cleaned it, it was kind of nice. But it's that feeling of like, oh my goodness, these things just crazily ick me out. It's just the way they're sort of like sat there, I mean, just bouncing up and down. I mean, if you saw that hanging off your walls, it's got little wings. I've just seen it's got little wings. Did this thing ever fly? I mean, my gosh, this is like gross. We need to railgun you to death because like you're just terrifying. And I'm just going to have a quick look at the babies because, oh my God. Stuff for nightmares. Stuff for nightmares. See, in my mind, I've got wriggling maggots and things like that. Like, ugh, thank God for cleaning fire of lasers because that is absolutely gross. Oh my gosh. So there we go. So this this is what I've been doing for about the last day or so. Is in the hunting grounds of Gleba, I have been using my trusty steeds, my dogs, to basically follow me as I go on a hunt and try not to kill them with railguns, really. That's been That's been what I've been doing. We have been doing some research productivity, so let's go and look at that now. What I'll do is because I'm going to have to load my hunting dogs back into the ship. Let me just make sure they're set. Yes, so they should be set. If you don't set that, they keep blowing up this, because this delivers biter eggs, and obviously you can see lots of biters are being introduced to the world of Gleba. I forgot to do it, and so I lost basically all these. But I'm currently, and again, post in the comments, cleverer people of Factorio, I call to you, my brothers. This is the right way to take biter eggs to the shattered planet, right? Is you can recycle these, can't you? Let us try. Let us try. Oh, hang on, I've got trash requested. Stop. All right, so there we go. Let's bung one of them. I don't think I need any modules, do I? Let's see if I just bung. We'll do this live. Let's see. So if I just bung that in, see, it does give you eggs. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So I think we might use that as a bit of a tactique to basically get ourselves off. So what I'll do at them, I'll show you. So we're going to do a hard cut here. So hard cut now. And we're back. So basically just loaded. It takes a little bit of flipping about. I call it flipping, but anyway, so you have to load them. Like luggage, the Spidertrons are basically giant trunk cases that you package and then load into a rocket, and I send them. Yes, I am that much of a space emperor now that I basically take my entourage with me. That is true, actually. I genuinely do take my Spidertrons. I can't operate without Spidertrons now. Isn't that weird? Anyway, welcome to the new Mark II Strangely Age. There has been significant upheaval and augmentation on the front of this fine Majesty's vessel. We'll go through it, but basically at the moment, let's just get back to Nauvis. Just watch how quickly it goes to Nauvis. Yes, it's fast. We break for no one because it's ridiculously fast. I like to call it mental fast, but that, I don't know. Is that a bad word? Probably is. Shouldn't you use it? But it's really quick. And I think the design behind this was by pure chance. I didn't need it to necessarily be this quick, but in my runs to the shattered planet, turns out that's actually been quite handy. So look, we're already at Nauvis. Hooray. So what we're going to do is we're going to load some biter eggs. Yes, go on, let's just do it. Let's just see if this works. I probably should try my oversoil thing, but for now, let's just go with it. And what we're going to do is we're going to quickly nip to the shattered planet area. So we'll go here somewhere, probably no more than about there. And then we'll come back, because currently we're doing the this science, whatever you call this one, the research productivity. So the idea is that then at least we have something, coming on. Oh, look at that! Wow, didn't expect that many things. So it's basically there to kind of push the game forward. So that's why we're doing it. I will talk through the augmentations I have done to this fair vessel. Because now it's pretty much able to handle the shattered planet so far. Now, a lot of you are saying, oh, well, as you get blah blue, well, fair enough. But we'll show you it. So I think we're loaded. So let's go to Aquilo. Oh no, we're still waiting for a bit of power. Oh well, we'll give it a second. Because what we do then is pick up the chips. So what we've done is we've re-engineered. Let me talk about the science first. So what we do is we have biter eggs and the quantum thingamajigs being loaded onto a very long belt. Yes, I know it's stupid. I know it's dumb. I know. I've got turrets all the way. I know, it's really stupid, isn't it? But it's kind of the only way to do it at the moment. So I know, seriously, you don't have to. You're posting in the comment now, aren't you? You're literally saying, "Oh my days!" You're literally going to have biter eggs, eat your bottom, and it's like, yes, I know. I haven't changed it just yet. we'll look at that. So here we go. We have our eggs coming in. I actually don't think we need quantum chips, but let's see what we have. So you see how quickly it gets to Aquilo. Actually, we've got loads, so we don't even need to stop at Aquilo as well. So let me talk about the front. So there has been significant augmentation to the weaponry of this. Not in terms of quality, but more in terms of production. So down here, we're now using area of effect rockets. Thank you. Suggestions multiple times to stop being a little girl and actually put proper area of effect weapons in, which is what we've done. So And the difference is literally like night and day, because I mean, I'll just leave that there for a minute. The way it destroys things using the area of effect is very good. I know this. I should have done this before. I did notice that, well, it became a bit of a race. Oh wow, we're already at Aquilo, so let's just go to the solar system edge. Now you'll notice we don't need to slow down to get to the solar system edge, which is fantastic. In fact, I think that's probably one of the nicest things about this, is just how quickly we can get to the Promethium zone, let's call it. And so far, this is actually working out quite well, actually. You'll notice here are ammo gauges. So we still have, you know, ammo, yellow gun ammo. This one now is area of effect rockets. This one is, whatever you call it, explosive, I guess, or non-explosive, I don't know. And then we have railgun rounds. Keep your eyes on this, because if that starts to drop, we're dead. And that's a reassuring. So just keep your eye just there. Look right there, there. So basically, if you see the blue or the red drop, it means we're going to die, because at that point we're no longer producing rounds as quick as we're using them. And that's it. That's basically how this ship has been structured, is to basically manage the mass production of area of effect weapons and railgun rounds, or rockets rather. And that just means it's all lovely jubbly. And it's working quite well so far. So you see the speed is pretty quick. We're able to get there pretty quick. We've got collectors on the front. Again, another suggestion. See, I do read the comments, even the nasty, hurtful ones that literally insult my my lineage, intelligence, and and everything else in my life. Thanks, buddies. I do read them because, like, I am probably the only YouTuber that will ever admit I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. I learn so much from clever people like you. Yes, you, the person listening right now. I learn from you because, you know, I'll be playing the game and somebody will say, hey, you've not done this. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well spotted, thank you, you know, because I didn't see it. But it's also things like, well, did you know that if you do this and that, like the area of effect rockets, I kind of knew about them. But I always thought, well, the other ones hit harder and it's one rocket per rock then, isn't it? So in my weird, stupid brain, that made sense. But then look at the effectiveness of these area of effect rockets. They're brilliant. I don't even think the turrets really even work. I mean, every so often you see them kind of kick in, but not a lot. So it's interesting. I'm genuinely quite surprised. I mean, if you look again, the ammo is crazy. If we just look at production versus consumption, where are we? Can't see it. Oh no, we are. We'll see. We are burning more. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that little dashboard gauge there. As we make it to the edge of the solar system, we just won the game in full speed. All right, complete it again. Let's keep going. So now what we do is we limit the speed. So we just clunk, take that out. That's limited to 300. Let's just go into Shattered Planet, Promethium Zone. And here all we're really looking to do is just to get a couple of 1,000 units of Promethium. Nothing fancy. We're not going to kind of speed through this. You see the speed should then be limited to 300. Check, that's working. Everything's fine. So basically now we just slow boat, you know, sort of 100,000 kilometers. There we go. So we're starting. Right. So now we need to just set these. So there's a little bit of work. I could automate this. Probably will at some point. So click, click, and click. So they just then. So all the front ones basically just stop collecting normal rocks, and they just focus on non-normal. That's the word. And it's great, really. So I'm just going to leave that there. We'll just watch the dashboard. We'll just enjoy the process. And let me talk to you about kind of my discovery of this kind of additional level of science, this kind of Promethium-based science. I don't quite get why there isn't more. It's just about the efficiency of your research lab. So you use less science, I'm guessing, because we're now into the realm of everything here is a little bit expensive. So 500,000, okay, that's not so bad, but you know, 100,000 plus, you know, most things. So it's starting to get a little bit pricey, which is, I guess, why this research exists. I don't know, but I think one of the things we have to do is really start looking again at the labs. So currently we're using standard labs, and I don't think that's very good. I think also the belts here have become overwhelmed. So you see here, I mean, we're literally going to be overwhelmed, I think, with resources. So it ain't good. And then, but basically, we'll keep an eye on it. So let's just keep collecting for now. Keeping an eye here. So again, I think the thing that does run down still is the railgun ammo, because the railguns are running constantly. And I would stress this has been days of testing. So for example, we upgraded our fusion reactor because one wasn't enough. When all of these flipping guns fire for some reason, I don't know why, but it just seemed to drain everything. Another issue we had was the coal production was just woefully low. So I know I've gone overkill here. This is ridiculous levels of coal. But look at how much the explosives are being used. And, you know, I've still not balanced them quite right. I still think it's not necessarily the right balance. So, I mean, it's holding at the moment. As long as these factories, which again are just, I mean, look, 1,000 and 1,384% of, you know, a production efficiency. I mean, they're producing way fast. But it sort of works. So I think if we, you know, if we look at kind of, again, the ammo gauge, everything seems to be working, and we're collecting Promethium rock. So, you know, when you look at designs, you kind of tick in the box to say, do you know what? It works. And now, here we do have an issue. So we're collecting so much Promethium now that it's starting, here we go. So look, it's starting to whoop into our very satisfying puzzle tool thing, our storage media. This is like old, how old hard disks used to work. It's totally true that. You don't need to check it. It's totally true. Basically what you have here is just, I don't know, 20k worth of storage potentially, but we also have our biter eggs sort of slowly decaying as well. So basically once these start to get through, we can start to produce. Problem is it will take quite a while. Maybe we should shortcut it. Tempted to do that actually. Maybe we do shortcut it. Well, maybe, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. We've only got 2,000 biter eggs, which is not crazy amounts, and we're only what, 64k into our journey. So I think for now, let's hold. It could take a very long time for all of this Promethium. This is, I didn't think of this when I looked at this, and my mind deduced that this was actually a really good way to capture things. It didn't take into factor that it could be like 10 minutes before those stones actually get to where we need them to be. Maybe we just cut them off. Maybe we, do you know what, we're doing it. We're just doing it. Right, that's pointless. I don't know why I put that in. So let's just, okay, so this might cause issues, but let's spitball, my brothers. Let's spitball. So there we go. So let's just get rid of that one. Okay, in and in. Oh no, hang on, we can't do that. There we go. Huzzah. Oh yes, no, that won't work. Stop. Yes, this is a further example of how stupid I am. Did you see the failure? Did you spot it? Let's go through it. I can't do that because I use this main bus thing to actually send the Promethium science all the way up to there, where it's then captured and bunged into the main thing. So the biter eggs are going to hatch. This is going to end in flame. Carry on watching. Let's see how this whole thing unfolds. I can't wait to see what 2,000 biters erupting onto the platform at 100,000 kilometers into the run to the shattered planet. I can't wait to see how this is going to end, because it's going to end really brilliantly. I can just sense wonderful thing. But let's just enjoy the process. So let's just see how much Promethium we can actually get. I do think it clogs everything, by the way. So here you can see it's clogging this. So maybe, again, we need a bypass. I'm not sure. I think this is, again, the learning process that I've got into, where it could be that actually our resources run dry and our turrets run dry just because Promethium science, or Promethium rocks rather, just completely clog the entire system. So maybe we need to think about that, because that is potentially, I mean, look already, it's clogging the main route. So look how many we're capturing. I mean, what are we up to now? We've got, wow, 3,500 already. That's pretty good. Let's keep going. I mean, again, this is all about trial and error. It really is. And I think as the Promethium rocks get more dense, I'm kind of interested to see, like, can this thing hold? So again, our dashboard, keep your eye on that dashboard. It seems like everything is holding at the moment, but I don't know. Like, every so often I've had power be the thing that stopped me on these runs. Like, suddenly the reactors just run out of power. And I don't quite get how that is, because I've taken all the laser turrets off. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the fluids. Maybe it's these things. I mean, look, they're really draining a lot. Well, let's keep watching. Let's just keep going. And I think eventually we're just going to overwhelm the resource system. Because there's not really, I mean, I guess maybe not. Because look, maybe, and this wasn't by design. This is pure chance from an idiot. Everything is being loaded, all Promethium rocks are being loaded onto the left side of the belt. So the right side of the belt is basically remaining free for normal resources. That was not by design. This is a complete avistance of pure chance. But it seems to be working, and that's why I think by the time it gets here, we're still sort of seeing rocks come through. Let's have a look. How much are we at now? 6,000. I mean, I'm tempted to start maybe turning around at some point, but the intrepid explorer in me, not that there's a intrepid explorer in me, but the person, no, there's no person, but you see my point, is telling me to just keep going. I think I kind of want to keep going. Like 136,000. I reckon this could get all the way there. And some of you again typing now to say no, because when it becomes all Promethium rocks, blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm excited though. It's pretty cool. The things are holding. Like, look, the ammo is holding. That's pretty impressive. So as many rockets that are being fired, we're producing. So our buffer is safe. Keep building. I think we're going to run out of these eventually, but let's just keep going. I mean, I'm impressed. I like it, but oh my gosh, it's getting busy, isn't it? Look at that. That's getting pretty busy. Well, let's just keep going. How are we doing on our science now? I mean, look at that. It's filling nicely. How much? Let's see. Yeah, 8,000. I reckon it's probably about 20 we could stick in there, but do we want to try and get 20? Eventually these biter eggs, again, ticking clock, very Alfred Hitchcock. These things are going to hatch soonish. So we probably need to start getting back soon. Right, I have made an executive decision. We now head back to the system edge. Because then at that point, we can then switch over to producing the science packs. So let's do that. The only problem is it's going to take a while. So that means another, what, 8,000 rocks? Which is about right. I think that'll fill that quite nicely. I mean, it looks so sweet, doesn't it? I'm like mesmerized by that. Oh, it makes me very happy. I have a very simple life. Like when I look at the things I enjoy in my life, you know, some people, like my friends, they're into like extreme sports, flinging themselves out of airplanes and doing things like, you know, bungee jump, things like that. I'm quite happy when a really nice building Factorio switches on for the first time, you know, when you connect the conveyors and you get that sort of little kind of hit of dopamine. You're like, damn, that's good. You know, I like that, and I'm happy to admit that, and I will quite honestly say that. I've spoken many times on this channel about when I worked in the city, and I'm not bragging because I don't anymore. One of the things that we would always talk about in the sort of, you know, that 15-minute preamble before you kind of sit and go into the meeting and talk about firing people and being horrible and cruel, you do that sort of like, oh, how's the wife, how's the kids, how's the life, how's this? And you know, it's called 15 minutes of blah blah blah. That's literally what it's called. And we always used to kind of do this thing, talk about hobbies. So everyone I worked with was into those sort of wanky hobbies that you get kind of, you would imagine city people are into. Squash, golf. Oh, I love British touring cars. I mean, fine, I get there's something cool about that, I guess, but it still was done in a really weird way. Some people were into Formula One way more than anybody ever should be, because Formula One is officially the most boring sport in the world now. Now, I say that as someone who grew up loving it. My brother and my dad used to watch it all the time because it was brilliant. Ayrton Senna, Alan Prost, Nigel Mansell, all these cool people. Now it's like, ugh, who cares? It's like watching fridges race. It's all a bit boring, really. Anyway, I digress. So you sit in these meetings and you would basically say, you know, oh, well, you know, how was your weekend? And I initially would just say things like, oh, it's great, yeah, really good, thanks. How about you? But then I got a bit braver as I went up the echelon, the ziggurat. And I would actually just say, oh, yeah, I played a really great computer game on the weekend. And the way people would look at me back in the day was like, what, with your kid? And I'm like, no, I don't have kids. And they would be like, what, with like cousins? And I'm like, no, I played the game. I sat with my mates and we stormed a bunker. It was incredible, amazing firefight. It was, you know, real kind of tense touch and go, kind of capture the flag situation. And they'd just be like, okay. And you could tell that I'd basically just like, you know, assaulted their cat in front of them or something, because the look they gave me was always quite shocking to me. And I always remember thinking, that's such a shame. Now, fast forward to now, I think gaming is cool. I think an awful lot of people are into gaming now, and you can see that by the fact that, you know, not Hello Kitty, Animal Crossing, people talk about that at work. Like, you can see people like after work meeting up in Animal Crossing and having a coffee. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's cool. I like that. So I think that's kind of cool. I think there's definitely more acceptance of gaming now, and I think that's a good thing, really. But there we go. So, you know, I think I can't even remember why I started talking about this. There you go. That shows you my absolute bibble that I start spouting when I get going. But I just think things like this make me happy. Oh, that was it. Yeah. So just being happy playing computer games like this gives me such satisfaction to know that I built this and it works. It didn't just crash into a fiery death in the middle of cold, you know, hard, cruel space. It's actually done it, and it probably will make it back to Nauvis, and it probably won't be eaten by 2,000 biters that are about to erupt any minute now. Are they all gone? Did they all die? Oh no, they're waiting, biding their time. So I think honestly that's going to be bad. But I think we're kind of safe. I think. Oh no, we're not. We have a problem. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out before we die. Oh, it's iron. But iron, oh man, that's the problem. Right, so we need to swap that for that. There we go. See, if I hadn't spotted that, again, why did I not put a really good splitter on that one? Right, so let's see. Are we doomed? I should end on a cliffhanger now, shouldn't I? Because that's like a brilliant cliffhanger. Are we about to be slammed into a Promethium rock? Don't worry, I won't do that. I think we're good. Let's just keep an eye on it. Our little dashboard here will kind of show, yeah, 5.1, 5.2, 5.1. We're hanging on. Yeah, 5.3. We're fine. No drama here. Again, that could have been find out next. No, I won't do that. I'm pretty happy, actually. But again, it shows just one thing. Of course, that, you know, just this one very poor, whatever you call it, you know, stack inserter. And it shows I haven't got enough of them, so I need to go and get some more. But there we go. I think we're clogged. Yeah, I think we are. I think we're soon to be absolutely clogged here, because look, this is filling up. How much have we got? Place your bets. Place your bets. What do you reckon? I don't know. What do you reckon? I reckon about sort of 15. 15 feels about right. 20,000 units of weird scarlet goodness. That makes me very happy. We need to get back to safety, though, because we do need to start producing. Spaghetti-o. We're running out of thingamabob. See, again, post in the comments, why am I running out of that? Why under full load do I run out of the whatever that is? Tell me now. Tell me, I need to know. There we go. I think we're good. So I'm going to do a hard cut here, and then we'll basically be in normal space, and then we'll show you starting to produce the thing. So, and cut. Right, we're back at the edge of the solar system. Took a bit longer. Found another problem. These were being loaded by just super fast legendary inserters. Wasn't enough. Anyway, so we're on our way. So what we're going to do now is, well, let's start production, because we don't actually need to worry too much about that. So let's just start this. So let's just drain this one. Bloop, 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 bloop. Then let's just stop that. Boom. So there we go. We begin production of Promethium science. Simple, really. How much did we get in the end? So let's have a quick look. We got 24,000. Ooh. Any winners out there? Anyone have a guess of 24,000? Well done. As you can see, biter eggs being consumed. They last a fair while. I will be quite honest with you. The fact that we have a super fast Bugatti Veyron as our ship is probably quite a good thing, because like, we're burning them now, so this will be peachy. How many is it per one? 10. So 2,000. So I don't know what. 20,000 science will that produce? Am my maths wrong? Probably is. No, 2,000. Who knows? Oh no, 20,000. So that's pretty good. So I'm quite happy with that. And as you can see, it's again, amazingly, it's worked. The ammo held, so we did start to run a bit low on railgun ammo. That was only because the steel was running low, and that's because I am a tit, and I basically had normal inserters when I should have had stack inserters. Even normal ones can keep the supply going. So this was just basically choked a bit there. As you see, the science is being grabbed and pulled into this. We can go full speed now, so let's just go and find our throttle. There it is. Boop. And we now coast back to Nauvis for tea and medals because we have achieved a great victory today. This has been surprisingly well delivered. And when we get to Nauvis, we should then see, see, the science production's dropped. I think that is because we have run out of Promethium-y science. Nope, it is because we have run out of Gleba science. Yeah, Gleba science sucks. Do you know why it sucks? It's because this ship is literally the initial ship that I created. So it needs total overhaul, but we'll do that at some point. We've got a few blueprints. In fact, we want to upgrade this ship. Remember this ship, the Red Dwarf, our very first Red Dwarf? It's still running on nuclear. We need to upgrade that as well. So there's a bit of work here to be done, but you know, we also have to do Fulgora. I mean, I've been doing a huge amount on Fulgora, so I think it's time we had a look at that as well. But yeah, so this has worked. I think the majority of things within this entire build have been quite interesting and compelling, and I've learned an awful lot. And again, thank you everyone who comments, because even if you're doing it in a snidey, snarky way to kind of like, you know, point and laugh at me, thank you, because it does actually help me. And certain things have really sort of pushed me to I guess, get better at the game, because I've really come to understand. There's a few things still to do, but you know, it's this ship is great. It gets there, and it's doing a good job so far. So I think you know, I'm quite content and happy with that. Let's have a look how much Promethium science we have now. Gosh, there's a lot of rubbish on this ship. Where are we? Oh my days. Gosh, oh gosh, look at that. Ooh, so what? 2,000, 4, 6, 8, 10. So yeah, we'll probably have about 20k. By the time, oh no, I think that might be it. We're done. All the biter eggs have gone. Boom. And we're still left with an awful lot of Promethea that we can basically go to Nauvis now. And I think we have our thing enabled. So this will just sit above Nauvis and finish off that Promethium. It's a joy. It's one of those things that makes me very, very happy, and I'm glad it works. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. This has been a bit of a roller coaster episode, but post in the comments, tell me your thoughts, let me know your mind inquiries, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.